Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Deb Holland and we are at the beginning part of my teaching series about my book, Leaders, My Leaders, Your Journey to Awesomeness. All right, let's pick up where we left off last time about leadership of the self. So we've talked a lot about leadership begins with you. Can you lead yourself? This is just a massively important question that every leader needs to be asking themselves. Can you lead yourself? Meaning, can you lead yourself to being a healthy, happy human being independent of your job? Are you leading yourself? Are you a drunk? Are you out gambling all the time? Are you doing drugs? Whatever it is, that all of us have human flaws, right? Nobody is perfect, but whatever your thing is that trips you up in life, whatever your major weakness is, we've got to get that stuff under control, and that involves leading ourselves. Can you lead yourself to health? Can you lead yourself to battling through addiction? Can you lead yourself to taking good care of your family and getting your affairs in order and your relationships in order and all these other things? And these things apply to all of us, myself included. We all have things we need to fix and improve in our lives. Most of us know what those things are, and we have to be able to lead ourselves out of those problem areas first before we can really have credibility with anybody else and help them with their life. If you are chaotic and dysfunctional, you are going to have a chaotic, dysfunctional team. You're going to have a chaotic, dysfunctional organization or department or team or whatever it may be. Church, choir, ball team, doesn't matter. If you're chaotic and dysfunctional, that is going to be what you see play out every day all around you. That creates a toxic culture that just absolutely kills people. It kills morale, it kills team cohesiveness, it certainly kills the mission and the bottom line. And in some of the most tragic instances, people actually take their lives because their leader is such a complete, chaotic, dysfunctional human being that the person, the employee, can't take the stress of the leader. And they don't have anywhere else to go, or at least in their mind, they think there are no other options. And so they become so frustrated and so frozen, they don't see any other way out except for suicide. And to me, when I hear those stories and watch them on the news, it is just heart-wrenching and gut-wrenching for me. And that is a lot of why I wrote this book, is because we don't need to lose one single person because the leader is behaving so crazy, or because they're so addicted that their judgment is completely impaired, or because they're using their job to line their own pockets in one way or another. Corruption. We don't need any of that, you guys. You've got to be able to lead yourself to good choices first. Choices that bring peace and hope and results and respect. There are 3 keys to self-leadership we're going to be discussing in some detail beginning next time. Maturity, integrated wholeness, and sustainable life practices. And these 3 things are really critical. They're going to help you form a foundation of bedrock, not quicksand, on your leadership career. Because like we've been talking about, and it's a warning bell and alarm I want to just absolutely keep ringing, and that is the day of reckoning will come. I personally know leaders who thought that their day of reckoning would never come because it never had. Now think about the circular loopy logic in that. They thought because they never had been held accountable, they never would be held accountable, they never could be held accountable. Well, guess what? Some of those folks got held accountable in ways that they absolutely didn't anticipate, ways that they thought could never happen to them. And it was really sad for me to watch these people that could have been incredible just absolutely tank their careers because of the choices that they so belligerently made, and that they just flaunted and taunted other people that they could never be held accountable because they never had been. It doesn't even make sense saying it out loud that that's what people would think, but some folks get really stuck in that loopy circular logic. So don't be one of those people, is my point. The day of reckoning comes for all of us, period, end of story. That's life. So that being the case, then we need to make good, healthy choices now so that when our harvest comes back to us, we want to reap what we sowed. Most powerful leaders replenish their body, their mind, and their spirit. We're going to talk about this in some detail later. Here's another thing. And leadership is really, really hard, but it's also really, really worth it. And there's one other thing that I have seen in leaders that makes more of a difference than almost anything else. And that is if they are a person of faith, a person of spirituality. Now, hear me clearly. I'm not saying that they are a person of a certain faith tradition, or that they are a person of a certain religion, or certain religious beliefs, or whatever the case may be. The best leaders I have ever known are those that acknowledge their spiritual side, and they realize that they're, whatever you want to call him or her or whatever works for you, the God of your understanding, the higher power, however you want to term it, the universe, I don't care. My point is, when you are able to tap into and hold yourself accountable to a power greater, far greater than yourself, those leaders have this vibe about them that just absolutely exudes confidence and healthfulness. And that's what you want to be as a leader. So, if you and God are not on speaking terms, work it out. Work it out. Whatever the problem is. I don't care if it happened when you were 8, if it happened when you were 2, if it happened yesterday. Whatever you stopped talking to God because of, figure that stuff out, start talking to him again. I'm pretty sure that God can handle you being angry with him. I'm pretty sure that God can handle you even yelling at him and just puking out all that stuff that's festering inside you that is affecting you as a person, it's affecting your family and your life and your team and your organization and your leadership that otherwise could be remarkable. So don't build a house on bedrock and then erode it out from underneath by refusing to indulge your spiritual side. That's a very critically important part of us. We are not complete people without it. So whatever spirituality looks like to you, whatever God looks like to you, tap into that and move forward, just like with everything else. All right, we're going to be having a lot of fun in this series, guys. We're going to get started with the real detailed information next time around. Thanks for joining me. Until next time, come on over to my website, debhollandlcsw.com. You can link to my Facebook page from there. And I really look forward to working with you guys. Leaders, my leaders, I believe in you. Doesn't matter how bad you've screwed up. There's still hope. If you're amazing already, kudos to you and everybody else in between. There's going to be some good stuff in this book for you. I look forward to sharing it. Have an awesome day. I'll see you guys next time.